I'm Kat from livinginbelgrade.com, and you are watching the third part in a series titled Networking in Belgrade. And I am at Podrum Wine Art for a Repats event, which is actually a combined event with Serbian City Club, which we'll get to in a moment. But first I have with me Jovana Ružičić, who's going to tell us a little bit more about Repats. So when did you start Repats?
The group started a little bit over 2 years ago, and since 2 years and 1 month ago, we are meeting once a month for a happy hour. The group is so far an informal group. We are actually based on Facebook, and that's how we collected each other. We also have a little group on LinkedIn, but we're right now working on formalizing it. But at the moment, we are very informal. We meet once a month, and it's a great network of people.
So why did you start Repats, and what is the purpose of the group?
I started it actually right before I came back to Serbia. I lived abroad for 11 and a half years, and I wanted to have a place where nobody will ask me, am I crazy for coming back? And I also wanted to have a support network on that, and a support network of the people who will understand some of the struggles and issues that are definitely happening here. So the group really started as a small thing, and it is escalated. We have 370 members at the moment. And as I said, it's a great place to network after you've been away for many, many years. It's a great place to find contacts that could potentially lead to many other things as well. But it's also a support group of the people who will not ask you if you're crazy for coming back, and who will provide advice and guidance on some of the problems you might be facing.
Yeah, that sounds great. You guys usually meet once a month for like a happy hour?
Yeah, we usually meet once a month. We usually meet in Klub Svetskih Putnika. That's our home, I can call it like that. And it's once a month, a happy hour.
And so this event is combined with Serbian City Club.
Yeah, they're a really fantastic and very inspiring group of young professionals in London. And I feel that we're a natural network to each other because they're working on bringing people to Serbia, and we are here when they come to support them and make them feel at home.
Okay, thank you so much for taking a moment to speak with me. To tell us a little bit more about Serbian City Club, I have with me Miloš Stefanović, who is one of the founders. So can you tell us a little bit about Serbian City Club?
Sure, hello. Serbian City Club is in its existence since 2004. Was effectively founded by two people only, Jelena Bosanac at the time, and myself in London. The name Serbian City Club actually comes from the fact that the first lineup of people, there was about 14 of us, all people worked in City of London, so mainly bankers like myself or lawyers, people who tend to be accountants and so on. And there was only 14 of us. Of course, Serbian City Club, because all of us at the time and still are Serbian. Today there is 1,400 members, and it's growing. So for the past 8 years we really kind of expanded a lot, and we decided that one of the reasons to do so is because there wasn't really an organization in the UK that would congregate young Serbian professionals. And as you probably are aware, over the past 20 years a lot of young Serbian professionals unfortunately left Serbia and the region. Today we have young Serbian professionals in all walks of life. Our average member is about 32, 33 of age, has about 5 to 10 years work experience, typically university grad, and doesn't necessarily have to be living in the UK. Most of our members are indeed in London or wider UK, but more and more people from around the globe are actually joining Serbian City Club because people come and go through London.
So most of your events are held in London, but you do 2 a year here in Belgrade, is that correct?
That's right. I mean, since about 2008, we realized, talking to our members and doing the surveys, that a lot of members are actually indeed interested in coming back to Serbia. Actually, according to one of our very basic surveys, about 2/3 of them were interested and are still interested in returning to Serbia. And I think the key condition for them is really finding a job here, finding a position that, typically there is this stigma of, you can't get paid well here in Serbia, therefore you're not going to be interested in coming back, which is so untrue. And actually today here in Serbia we have about 100 members, again starting from zero, starting from scratch. And what we decided to do, given that there is folks here and folks in London, that we would do events both in London and and Serbia, i.e. at the moment Belgrade, although we notice more and more people coming also outside of Belgrade, which is great. So today is one of the 2 events that we organize per year so far, where we tend to congregate all the members we have here, and at the same time we try to link up with other similar organizations of young Serbian professionals that are operating here in Belgrade, such as the Repats organization. I myself am alumni of INSEAD School, MBA school in France. So tonight actually there'll be a few people because we just managed to form our INSEAD branch here for Serbia, which is fantastic news. So the idea is let's get together, let's network. For the moment it's twice a year, but hopefully with growing number of people coming back to Serbia and joining Serbian City Club, which is really open to anyone who is effectively young, professional, so working, or simply enjoys being with people of what we would say, irrespective of any kind of political or other background. We here are open for people to come in, have a chat, have a drink, exchange ideas, talk about things that are common, so that we are not just linked by the language or, I don't know, by the football club we are cheering or supporting, but really about there is a serious side to it. And the idea of Serbian City Club is to bring people back to Serbia. We talk a lot to various employers. We've just been to Kopaonik Business Forum, represented Serbian City Club there, and tell the biggest employers in this country, whether private or public, look, there is a whole lot of people outside of Serbia who are actually interested in coming back here. Talk to them. Just talk to them and see whether you can attract them to come back here.
That's fantastic. Sounds like a really interesting organization. Where can people get more information about Serbian City Club?
We have a fabulous website, both in Serbian and English. So it's www.serbiancityclub.org. You can find anything and everything about the 5 people that are effectively, let's say, leading the organization. You can find everything about us in the media, everything about the Serbian City Club and its members, and all the events that we are sponsoring both here in Serbia and the UK.
That's great. Thank you so much for taking a minute to speak with me. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Please stay tuned for more in this series titled Networking in Belgrade. Bye for now.